Welcome back to Session 0, where I talk about role-playing games. I've not made a video for this channel in quite a while because I didn't feel like I had anything to say, but I was looking through an old notebook when I saw something and thought, yeah, let's talk about that. I want to talk about a very simple but very powerful quest/rumor template, but I can't take credit for it. I found it in a notebook that I use while watching YouTube, and I don't know if I saw it in a video about writing or a video about role-playing games, so I can't give credit where it's due. That said, I think it may have been something I saw on Professor Dungeon Master's channel. So here's the simple template. Get the blank from the blank in the blank before it's too late. And it's not a static template. It could be take the blank to the blank, or rescue the blank from the blank. How about rescue the princess from Bowser in the castle before it's too late? Or our favorite video game mission type, escort the blank to or from the blank. And while I'm talking about video games, here's an example from one of my favorites, Final Fantasy VII. Get the black materia from somewhere in the Temple of the Ancients before Sephiroth does. I chose this example for a few reasons. It modifies the template in a couple ways, further showing its versatility, dropping a the and replacing what should be a person or creature with somewhere. So they'll have to explore this Temple of the Ancients, wherever that is, to find the black materia. Also, I'm going to spoil this 27-year-old game. The black materia is not in the Temple of the Ancients. The temple is the black materia. That's a great way to demonstrate that the template doesn't provide absolute knowledge. Just because an NPC or prophecy says the black materia is in the temple, doesn't mean that it still is, or even that it ever was there. Also, the deadline here and in most video games is BS, because Sephiroth gets to the temple before you do in that game. So deadlines don't typically actually matter in video games, but they definitely can and should in tabletop games. I mean, I have a 300 plus hour Skyrim save where I never touched the main quest past Helgen. I call this a quest/rumor template because it's much easier to write a rumor for a quest you have in mind than to write a quest with a rumor in mind. So build a quest using the template and then use that to write rumors about it. And while I'm talking about rumors, I think it's important to consider a rumor's source. A rumor heard in a tavern carries or should carry a different weight and perhaps even a different motivation than one heard in the king's court. And both should carry a different weight than rumor heard from that filthy urchin with a twisted lip selling matchsticks on the street. Leave me a comment if you got that reference. Just think about how you might change a rumor you've written based on who's going to be delivering it to the player characters. So now I want to do one of my favorite things, which is to use some random elements to build a quest. I'm going to go downstairs to my Marvel Champions playmat, which I use for my other channel, Solo Marvel Champion, linked in the description, to randomize a quest and talk about some rumors. Alright, so we're down at the table. This is my Dungeon World Oracle deck. I published this 4 or 5 years ago on DriveThruRPG. It is print and play. You print these pages in color, cut them out, and I just have them sleeved in front of Magic the Gathering cards. I'm going to shuffle up this deck. It has people, things, creatures, names, traits, a d6, an oracle, alignment, loads of different fields, although not exactly everything one might need. But I have used this deck in several videos. I have this linked in the description and in the comments if you're interested in picking up a copy. It's only $2. All right. So I'm just going to deal out 5 cards and see where it takes me. I don't necessarily want to use any particular template. Get the, take the, rescue the. I'm just going to see what I get and go from there. Amulet is always fun. Urn could be fun as something to go get. Take the poison somewhere could be interesting. Alchemist with poison could be interesting. So we can look at it that way. Let's say we have to get the poison from the alchemist at the alchemy shop. before it's too late? Why would it be too late to get the poison? So that is something to consider too. If we need to build in a deadline, I don't think that is specifically urgent as a random quest. It might tie into the overall story, but I don't think it is particularly urgent just to say, get the poison from the alchemist before it's too late. So let's look at maybe take the poison to the general at the encampment before they move on, before the army marches on. That has a deadline. You have to get there before the army leaves, and you're taking the poison to the general. Now, the big question is, are you trying to poison the general? And of course, when I say you, I mean the player characters. Are the player characters attempting to poison the general? Is that why they have this deadline to take the poison to the general? Let's look at an oracle card. So, are the players attempting to poison the general? Yes, and this quest maybe was given to them by the king. The king has ordered you, basically, to dispatch the general while they are still in the area because he is trying to overthrow the kingdom or trying to usurp the throne, something. So I like that. You are trying to take the poison, but you are trying to kill the general before the army moves on. And that was mandated by the king. Now, why the king went to your party of adventurers is a whole nother matter. That is not the scope of this video, but that is a quest that has been given to the players. Take the poison to the general in the camp before the army marches on. Rumors can be about the general trying to usurp the throne. They can be about the king knows the general is trying to usurp the throne. So maybe this army is marching out in search of supporters. They are going to meet another army, an opposing army, join forces so they can siege the palace or something, besiege the palace. So I do like that. Take the poison to the general in the encampment before the army marches on. That's fun, but we can also look at the cards a completely different way. Let's say we need to rescue the alchemist from the troll's cave, or from the troll in the assassin vine-filled cave before the troll eats the alchemist. That's a completely different mission or completely different quest. And what can rumors be about? The rumors can be about a troll who lives in a cave full of assassin vines, who takes people from the town back to his cave and eats them. Another rumor, the alchemist has been taken by the troll. Someone needs to go rescue him. So that is another good quest. What kind of reward you get, is going to depend on the story you're telling or the game that is being played. But I do like that one too. So right now we've gotten 2. Let's see if we can get a third quest from here. How about an escort mission? How about we escort the cleric to the general in the encampment before he dies? Now, we have a very different general situation going on. The general has come down with something or been grievously wounded in battle, and we need to get this cleric to the general. What's in the way of that? Why is this an escort mission? Because you have to go through enemy lines to get to the enemy encampment, or to get to the army's encampment, to the general's encampment. So that is 3 completely different ways we can use this simple quest maker, simple quest template, just using a little bit of randomization. What are the rumors going to be here for escorting the cleric to the general? I think one of them is going to be, hey, the general has been grievously wounded. Someone needs to do something or we're going to lose this war. So now you have to go get the cleric and escort him through enemy lines to the general. I like that a lot. So that's it. That is a very simple quest maker / rumor maker, and you can do it with randomization. Of course, once you have a game in progress, you already have a lot of different things set up, and you're going off of what the players are doing, not random rolls, not random occurrences, but it's still a fun way to just generate a quest. Here's one more thing. Before the general dies, how many days do you have to get to the general? 1 day. You have to get to him tomorrow or he's going to die from his wounds. So now it's not just escort the cleric before the general dies. Escort the cleric to the general in the encampment by tomorrow or the general dies of his wounds. So that's it. Let me know what you think. I think it's a lot of fun to randomize stuff. But some people, don't even like doing that. That's totally fine too. But let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.